Yokoso, Japanese Quest to it. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today the journey continues. Today the adventure continues. Here's the word for adventure down here. Let's see it. Boken, adventure. Sa. Kyou wa boken shimashou. Let's go on an adventure today. All the words you see down here are words we've already learned on Japanese Quest. You can see them, they change every minute. New words we can put here today. Anyone can add words to our list. As we add new words, our power level goes up. And Amazing Andy, Chalk. Ohayou gozaimasu, good morning. And we're in the sky right now. That's good. Let's go. Skeleton, konnichiwa. Ohayou. Sa, ikimashou. Whoa, what? Okay. If you get on that platform, apparently you go down. Yeah, my holidays, my 4th of July was pretty good. How about everyone else? How was your weekend? IDJ, Ohio. Good morning. So let's look at our adventure guide. Again, we see that word for adventure. Boken Gaido. Okay. So main thing. Choro ni ai ni ikou. So we're going to meet the elder again, the elder of this village, and we'll learn something important, hopefully. Mama Luigi, Ohio. Good morning, everyone. Today, the journey continues. I like these sky islands. I feel like we should have more of these in our world. Okay, I believe the elder's up there. Ittemiyou. Let's take a look. So yeah, how was everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything fun over the weekend? I did a lot of reading myself. And some hiking. Some swimming. I got caught up in One Piece, the One Piece manga in Japanese. Finally got caught up. Ah, here we go.
お帰りなさいませ勇者様。聖なる苗木から何か分かりましたか?
Okay, so welcome back. So from the holy seedlings, here's the word for seedling. Naegi. So naegi kara nanika wakarimashita ka? Did you learn something from the seedlings? Yeah, Mama Luigi, that would be good. We need more of those platforms in our world. IDJ says, I did some coloring in a coloring book and some NHK Easy. Yeah, very good website, NHK Easy, and very good show, Terrace House. It seems like you're using the best reading website for Japanese to learn, NHK Easy, and the best show to learn speaking at Terrace House. So that's, you got two good things there. Takamura. Konnichiwa. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh no, Sydney is back on lockdown? Didn't go anywhere? That's not good. But good to hear you're amazing, Andy. Good to see you. Yeah, I got up to date on One Piece. I finished another book. I like books that kind of take all the data and put it together. I like metadata in a way. I feel like Japanese Quest is a meta project. We take all the methods, we take the best parts, we say what those are. We take all the best things, we say what those are. So I read a book that was about 100 of the most popular books for how to write in Japanese, how to write well in Japanese, and it boiled all that down into one book. If you want to see the book, it's linked on my my book meter. Some people I know have seen the book meter. And I finished that book. All the wisdom of 100 books about writing, how to write well in Japanese. Because I realized I have this goal to write a book in Japanese. I don't email enough in Japanese. I need to get practice doing that. So I read this book about how to write well in Japanese, boil it down. The number one thing, keep it simple. Keep it Yomiyasui. So keep it simple. That's the main thing. And that's one good thing this game is good about. It keeps it quite simple. Alright, so good comments. I like NHK Easy because it's great for my current skill level. Yeah, it's really great for, like, N4, N3 Japanese level for reading activity. But the great thing is you can read, like, the full NHK article, too. You can usually, like, link it from the site, I believe. Screer, Ohio. Good morning. So what did you learn from this holy tree? Let's find out. The holy seedlings.
懐かしい匂いがするの。
懐かしい匂いがするの。So I smell something 懐かしい, something nostalgic. I remember this word. There's certain words you remember the first time you learned it. And this word is one of them for me. When I first joined the JET program, teaching Japanese in Japan, I got an email from the person before me that was still in Japan, and she emailed me, and obviously she had been in Japan, I think, a couple years, and she was telling me about the job, and she used this word about something in Japan. I don't remember what it was at all, but I remember she said, natsukashi. And I was like, oh no, this person knows all this Japanese, I don't know. What does this word mean? But then I looked it up, I learned the word natsukashi from my predecessor in JET. And ever since that day, I knew that word. Sometimes one time's enough if it's a big enough hit of a word. And I just love the word nostalgia, so to me that's a really good word to learn. I think the first time I've told that story of how I learned that word on this stream. Anyway. Natsukashi na. Thinking about that is natsukashi. It's a loop. It's a loop of natsukashi. Anyway, for this guy, I'm sure things get even more natsukashi because he's thousands of years old. He must think natsukashi na all the time because everything's nostalgic at that point. Elder! And yeah, elements of style, but for Japanese. Yeah, I have read books too on writing before, because this is something that I'm interested in, but it was cool to read kind of a meta-analysis, because it really did boil down the best points of all these books. Because there's so many, there's hundreds. But what are the main points? And it was good to see that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I checked it out too. I saw you made a great addition that now you can save sentences, I believe. Which is very cool.
この匂いはウラノスか。お主ウラノスにあったと見える。
Cool. Taking breaks is good too. IDJ. So you like the feature on the immersion kit. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, immersion kit's a new dictionary where you can look up words and see them in context in anime with audio. You can also make Anki cards. It's a very cool site that Chalk here made with the help of some content from Joe Mako, who's also on our Discord and is well known on the Reddit, Learn Japanese subreddit. Anyway, yeah, I'm curious, IDJ, what do you use that feature for? Copy sentence? You can copy sentences from anime. You can copy audio from anime. What do you use that function for? Just curious, so people can maybe get ideas. Anyway, so why do we smell natsukashi? What is this nostalgic smell? He says, kono nioi wa. So that smell. It seems like that smell is a name. Uranosu. So this guy that he knew, the wizard from that original hero party. Unboxes, konnichiwa. Good to see you. And it seems like you met this wizard. And now we know we learned, spoiler alert, 1, 2, 3, 4, spoiler alert, this wizard became Morrigan, the villain of the whole game. We found that out. He killed the hero, but He didn't do it because he wanted to do it. He was kind of controlled in some way by this even more ancient evil. So IDJ says, the way I use that, when I create Anki cards, I can copy the example sentence for my target word from Immersion Kit, also add audio from that list. Ah, so does that work better than using the feature of creating the card? Because I know you can press a thing and create the card, but I guess is it more custom to the way you want to do it if you can get the audio and the sentence that way? I'm just wondering why you'd do it that way versus just the functionality of one click making the card. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons. I don't use Anki so much anymore. I look at it for student reasons, but some years ago I just read Japanese now. I felt like after passing N1 several months later, could just read, don't need to do Anki anymore, at least in my opinion. Everyone's different with their Anki, when does it end theory. Yeah, welcome to the new party member, Drum. Yokoso. Japanese customer, welcome. Yeah, anyone new? What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. That's what we do. Full stop. And just relax. Have fun with Japanese, because sometimes studying a language can be kind of scary or stressful. Here, the hope is it can just kind of be fun. We can relax, talk to people who are learning. We're all on a journey. This is a journey where we can kind of combine our journeys. We can meet together on our journey and just chat a bit. Enjoy some Japanese in context. Enjoy some Japanese games. I'm a Japanese teacher, and we like to look at Japanese in context. So IDJ, about your Anki again. When I download the card, it creates a deck. Yeah, I kind of didn't like that, how it created all these different decks. So when you create a deck, you have it all on my own custom deck. I see, okay. Yeah, because they were all categorized by the anime, it kind of confused me because I normally have one or a couple decks. But interesting to just see what people do. Yeah, because to me, who doesn't know about programming or anything, overall Anki is somewhat confusing. And like the way there's so many different decks, the way the cards are so different, and like the styles are different, all of it's slightly confusing to me and probably to a lot of people. So like I kind of like finding like 1, 2, or 3 decks that are good, just set it to a certain way, good, done, and then just use it. I don't want to like mess with it. Exactly. So yeah, I'm glad that even you say that Anki's a mess to work with, because you clearly know a lot about, you know, all this website creation and everything, and I know nothing about that. But yeah, for you to say Anki's a mess to work with, that makes me feel better, because now I feel like, okay, it's not just me. Clarence, this question, minimum is N2 level Japanese and bachelor's degree for work, for legal permanent residence and work in Japan. Not totally sure what you mean. It will depend on your job, but if you're wanting to teach English in Japan, you need a bachelor's degree. Yeah, that might be true, but you definitely don't need N2 level Japanese. When I went to Japan, a lot of people in the JET program have 0 Japanese, but they all do have a bachelor's degree to teach English in Japan. So yeah, that factor seems about right with what I've heard. If you're doing something other than English teaching, yeah, N2 level or approximately that may be required, and just you need some kind of business level Japanese, right? There are plenty of N2 books. There's not just one. There's a lot. But yeah, there's not just one book where you can read it your N2 level, really. There are many N2 books. There's many N3 books. There's other books to take you there. There's a lot of books to get you to N2. And on the other hand, you don't need any books to get there. You could just use Immersion or Immersion plus Anki, like a lot of people do these days, and get there and beyond N2. And again, N2 is just kind of a rough measure anyway. But yeah, you could take a practice test. You could check out the website right now, Google it, look at the practice questions for free, and just get a sense of it. So anyway, it seems like your smell it seems like you've met this wizard from my past.
一体何があったのじゃ。
So what in the world happened? 何があった? So we told about everything that we saw by touching those holy branches. 聖なる苗木で行った光景をイゴルタプに話した. So we told him everything, the scene that we saw. Yeah, practice tests help hugely. So I kind of... Yeah, that's a good question. It depends. I kind of went from N5 to N2 very quickly, so I can give you maybe some tips. Because I just kind of studied full-time when I was in Japan on the JET program. I went roughly from N5 to N2 in 9 months, but that was studying full-time. And the way I did that, for me at the time, was mainly... The biggest factors, I feel like, were something like Anki flashcards. At that time, Anki didn't exist, but I made my own version of online flashcards. So I felt like Anki for just the N2 vocab helped a lot. And then JLPT books helped hugely. I did a lot of JLPT books. I don't want to write that whole thing. But anyway, books, you get the idea. And then practice tests. So yeah, practice tests, books, Anki, and then just listening to and using Japanese all the time. It's really kind of a reading test, so read all the time. So those are the main things. And by the way, I completely thought I would fail. If you're going from N5 to N1 in a short, or N2 in a short time, you should assume you'll fail. But failing is good. If you fail, that means you can keep studying and learn even more. If you pass it like I did, you might think, oh, I'm awesome. I'm good enough now, and not study for like 7 years, which is kind of what I did. I didn't study much for 7 years. So I recommend failing N2, because then you won't get full of yourself and not study. I recommend failing, keep failing, eventually maybe pass it, then N1, recommend failing N1. I did fail N1, by the way. I recommend failing N1. Because passing these things, it's good, but you kind of start to think you're good at Japanese, which maybe you are, but it's not really good to think that you're like done and get complacent. N1 is just the beginning too, so it doesn't really mean much if you pass those. It's good. It's like a measure of where you are, but it's the beginning of the journey still. JLPT's canceled this year in my city. That's too bad. Yeah, guidebooks for JLPT help a lot. I recommend Kanzen Master series, and also the Soma Tome series. If someone wants to like comment on that, probably writing them down helps. And yeah, anyway, JLPT is good in the sense it gives you a goal, but it's you definitely don't need to take it. For me, it helps hugely just to have a target. At that time, I was roughly N5 level, like I said. I didn't know what to study, but I could look at N2 and say, ah, here are the 6,000 words on that list. At that time, there was a list. Now there's not really, but you can still find that old list. Boom, learn all these words. You're in the ballpark now. You can try the test. You'll not understand a lot, but if you can understand most of the words in the test, you got a shot. You can guess it. It's a guessing test anyway. So boom, learn the words, practice reading. You're now in the ballpark. That helps so much. You just need some kind of goal. For me, I needed that goal. And for me, just the whole system of having these tests as a measuring stick helps so much to have that goal, to have that metric. I mean, people say JLPT is lame or whatever, you don't need it. But if you think about it, when everyone talks about their level when they're learning, even if they don't take the test, they say, oh, I'm about N3. I'm about N2. I'm probably about N5. You know, you need the metric. You need a rough measure. Like, it's the measure everyone uses, so obviously it's helpful to have that. You're saying you could add a test to immersion kit? That could be interesting. Yeah, it's really good for that, IDJ, I agree. It gives people something to stay motivated for. It's great for that. Completely. Just having a goal, having a metric, you kind of need that. And yeah, there's no rush. It's just, at the time for me, in my mind, there was a rush because I realized when I lived in Japan, if I don't learn it now, I might never. So I just decided in these 9 months, Japanese will be born in my brain. So that's kind of what happened. I just decided, okay, 9 months. A life can be created in 9 months, like human gestation period. If that's true, I can create a language in my brain in a month. That should be easy in comparison. I just made a stupid metaphor, went with it, and just went hard. But yeah, there's no rush. It's a journey. Okay. So, we told him the scene that we saw. By the way, thanks for all the questions about JLPT. That's good info for people. Ah, so that's what I thought might have happened. We saw all these scenes of what happened.
ウラノスはロトゼタシア随一の魔力を誇る天才であったが、あやつの心の中には確かに危ういものがあったからの。
So that wizard was a genius at magic. So Marioku, magic, good word here. Tensai, genius. So he was a genius at magic, but it's true that in his heart, kokoro no naka, in his heart, there was something a little bit dangerous in his heart. In fact, this word, let's look this word up. Ayaui. Let's look it up. So something a little bit dangerous, something a little bit uncertain might be another way to take it. Something a little bit precarious or perilous in his heart. There was the capacity for something bad, maybe. And that seems true. He turned into Mortigan, which is basically a Voldemort-type character. This word, let's add to our power level if we can. We have learned it before. Turn green, so it's a duplicate. Oh well, good review. Let's go back to the game. And if you find more words, you can add words too. Let's make our power level go up today.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising.
己の魔力を高めることだけに執着し、そのためには手段を選ばぬ。そんな男であった。
Okay, so here's what happened. Onore no Marioku. So his magic power. What was he doing with it? Oh, takameru. So dake ni. So just he only focused on raising his magic power. He was completely focused on that. This word here, shuchaku. Could be a good word to add. Not sure if we've learned it yet. So he was focused, but it's kind of even more than focused. It's being kind of like, what's the word in English? Being completely stuck on something. Being completely... Like, I know it in English. I know it in Japanese, but English, there's a better translation. You know what I'm talking about. He's completely... Yeah, something like that. Screw it, let's look it up. Shuchaku. There we go. So yeah, completely fixated is kind of what I was going for. Completely obsessed with something. So he's completely obsessed or attached or, yeah, completely fixated on only increasing his power. When you're so focused on power, that's when problems can start to happen. That's when you can become a Voldemort type character. So this word, have we powered up with this word yet? Let's find out. We have not. It looked like it turned to a variant. Let's not do that variant. Let's do this variant if we can. Shuchaku. There we go. So good word, and yeah, good suggestions there, Chalk. Those are also in the ballpark of what we're talking about. So he's completely obsessed with raising his magical power. And one word, common word, good word there. You know what? I'm curious if this word will come up in the immersion kit. Also, since you commented, let's find out. It's a good word. And wait a minute, I thought I brought up the immersion kit on a tab, but I guess maybe I didn't for some reason. Huh. Let me bring it up. So here we go. And, right, I forgot this doesn't fit so well on this screen, but let's go to the dictionary. Let's see if I can remember how to navigate everything. So can go to dictionary here. And the word is shuchaku. What do we see? So how many examples do we have here? I'm not sure why the formatting's getting like that, but... Ah, there we go. That seems better. Okay, so let's see. Oh, why is this sidebar not here for some reason? I don't know why. Yeah. I thought normally it shows like the anime on the side. I'm kind of confused. Anyway, it seems like there's 3 examples. So yeah, it's talking about people who are obsessed with different things. So this time they use obsessed, shuchakusuru, and it's talking about being obsessed with a person. And then here, again, they're talking about being attached to a person. We can use sound if you want to look. So it's naive for me to feel attached to you from Code Geass. We have Steins Gate. So it's talking about someone is attached to a person. So someone became attached to a person. Anyway, cool to see some of those connections. In literature, probably won't show up because I think there's not so much literature yet, but you can check that. Yep, not on there yet. Cool, let's go back to the game.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Ah, okay, yeah, because my window's quite narrow. That must be it. Right, that makes sense, Chuck. It's all good. I gotta alter my window a bit now for my words there. Okay, so again, Shuchaku, the keyword. He's obsessed with increasing his power, and he became Mortigan. And sono tame ni wa shudan o erabanai. So this phrase here, shudan o erabanai, means you'll basically do anything. Shudan is like a method, so you'll basically do any method to gain something or to do something. That's the kind of person he was.
それはそうと、お主らセニカに会いに行くんじゃろう。ならば、これを持っていくがいい。
Okay, so you're going to meet Seneca. That's the great sage of old, aren't you? In that case, これを持っていくがいい. So in that case, take this. It's gonna give us something. Yay. Nani? Don't know what it is. Oh right, this gear. Or different gear maybe. Or is this is the same gear that we found on the ground in the other timeline. Right, we need that to open up that door, I think. So what do we get here? By the way, my name is Akira, a Japanese teacher. I'm not a native speaker of Japanese. This is my Japanese name I picked back in Japanese class back in the day. And so it says here, Akira also. As for Akira, we found a strange gear. How do you say that? Shimpi no Haguruma. So gear, mysterious, and then we gained it. Te ni ireta. So Shimpi no Haguruma o te ni ireta. It definitely looks like a strange gear. Before we just found it on the ground because this island had fell to the world. This time though, we get it off their mural, which is pretty cool.
これがあれば、セニカ様がいらっしゃる塔に入れるんですね。
So if we have that now, we can enter that tower. Yep, we can. The tower where Serenica is. Thank you, Oji-chan.
セニカによろしくの。
Ooh, I think he's back to sleep again, maybe. So say hello to Seneca for me, because he knows her from probably thousands of years ago. Yosh. Okay, so now we're going to the tower. So, to ni yuru Seneca ni ai ni ikou. So let's go meet Serenica in the tower, and we know where it is. I think we need the whale to get there. And I think we can call the whale. If we bring up our items here, we can go to Daiji na mono, our important things. Good words here. Daiji means important, mono means things, put them together. Here's our Daiji na mono, and here's our flute. We will not throw it away. Please do not do steru. Hopefully it wouldn't even let me do that if I tried, but I'm not going to try. Instead, this is how to use it. Yosh. And right, the whole thing again, remember, we need to level up our whale. We have a flying whale. But see this flying whale? He needs to be powered up. He needs a horn. Or I suppose it could be a she. She needs a horn. I don't know. Anyway, this whale needs a horn. And to do that, I think we need to go here to figure out how to get a horn and power up, level up this whale. Thoughts on Switch OLED? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Check out the world tree, looking good. It's time though to go to the tower, which is north of the tree. That looks like the tower down there. You can see it kind of. Hi, orimasu. New Switch model? Yeah, is that like a new announcement of a new Switch? Like a new upgraded Switch? I have no idea, actually. But yeah, anyone who knows, by all means, comment. Nintendo announced a new Switch version with an OLED screen, better speakers, reworked kickstand. Unboxer says not super excited, though glad they changed the kickstand. For that one, no performance improvement. Interesting, okay. What is an OLED screen? What is that better for some reason? Like, to be honest, my Switch now, I can't really use handheld because at least my current Wiimotes basically are not functional anymore. So right now I only use my Switch in this streaming or on TV version. Suppose could get new Wiimotes at some point, but here we are. Yeah, I've really enjoyed my Switch, but that controller thing has been very unfortunate. Because I love using it in the handheld too, from time to time. So here's the tower, the Forgotten Tower. Okay, so just like a better screen, basically. So here's our tower. It looks like we'll need our strange gear here. Let's see in this timeline if there's... I think there's a treasure. Ooh, wait, there's things over here too. We can see all these little time creatures here too. These guys always remind me of those characters from Princess Mononoke, the forest spirits. Kodama. I love that movie. I guess they don't do the head shake thing. I love the head shake thing too in that movie. Yeah, it'd be great if they fixed that. It just seemed like such a serious issue that it just seems crazy to me that an issue like that happened when like older controllers just worked. Wait a minute, so we got this I think like in another timeline, didn't we? And it's still gone? Aren't we in like a different timeline now? I guess we can't double up on treasures in different dimensions. Oh well. You'd think we'd be farther back in time as well. It's kind of strange. Yeah, the fact that Joy-Con also cost like $80 and that everyone basically needs to get new ones at some point, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, Chalk, I have a hunch that there's some truth to that statement. Yeah, I guess you're right, Ultradan. This game does not follow Chrono Trigger logic where you like go back in time, get treasures again. Maybe not in this game. So, although we went back in time, they do need the gear again. Luckily, we have it. The strange gear. Would you like to use your strange gear? Height. Yeah, kind of strange. This is a model of time travel where treasures will still be empty, but doors will be locked. Basically,
おお、道が開かれたぞい。この先に賢者セニカがおるのか。
ooh, the path open. Now we can maybe see this great sage Seneca. So yeah, it seems like the model of time travel in this game is for things that help you, you can't get them again. For things that stop you, then you must get things again. So basically it's time travel, but only the bad part of it? I don't, anyway. I'm fine with it though, we don't need some of those treasures anymore. It's just kind of interesting. So let's go ahead. Exactly. Yeah, thank you for putting it much better than I put it. Time travel, but time itself hates you. Well put. Yeah, time travel. You don't get the good parts, but you get the bad parts. Anyway, we got a really good part though, because check it out. The main thing, forget about treasures. Veronica was destroyed before by the evil power of Mortigan. She's back. So that's good. That's the main thing. Spoiler alert. After the fact. Yeah, I've often thought of Back to the Future in this game. With traveling around. Ooh, I like this clock. So you have to assume all the treasures here we already got then, you think? Probably. Let's double check. I think there's a treasure this way. So these things seem new. Some crystals. Ooh, a time crystal. That sounds good. Nunny. This might be new altogether. I don't know if this path was open before. Not sure. We're in a Tower of Time. Reminds me of a certain level on a Mario Kart. Yep, even in this tower, the treasures are taken. You'd think this tower might be like outside of time, but nope. We got a dragon. Subscribe. Arigato. Thank you very much for the sub. We got some hype for Japanese learning today on Twitch. Let's go. We have a dragon to help us in our journey, which is also good. You can imagine the dragon possibly flying throughout this tower. Gears being destroyed every which way. It's a good image. Oh yeah, you're right with the word for time there. There are others, but the main ones are Jikan, time, or Toki. Time also works. There's subtle differences, but yeah, you're good to go if you have that word. And you want to know the word for time. Okay, let's see. You often use it more in like everyday speech, or like when you say like a time for something. Like, for example, like when I was a child, you say like kodomo no toki. You don't use jikan then. You'd say like the time when I was a child. Yeah, that's a really common one. Thanks for writing that one. And yeah, other good comments people are making. Ah, so it's used in stopping time in Dio. I imagine that's then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Tokyo Tomare. Stopping time. That sounds about right. So yeah, there's plenty of different times when you use one or the other, but you kind of just get used to it. We can't really say them all exhaustively right now, but you heard some really good ones, like when you were a child. It's a very good one. And for an example from anime, that's about as good as you're gonna get. Stopping time. Thanks for the examples, everyone. That's really, to me, the power of Japanese Quest is sometimes just having an informal chat about language, about Japanese is what people need. Just talk about Japanese a little bit in a place where you can kind of chill, relax, not worry about it. That's key. That's what we can do here. Plus, seeing some Japanese in context, you can talk about it bring things up as they come up, like time. That's good too. So I think we learned that Serenica, the sage, turned into this thing. Remember, she tried to destroy this orb of time so she could go back in time and save the hero who was killed by her own party member. But she failed. The sword, I think, broke, maybe. Because she's not the hero, she could not break the time orb. And she turned into this thing. So you must be Serenica. And yeah, other people can answer these questions, but I feel like on the concept of time, Toki, I feel like I probably said most of what I had to say at the time. So by all means, if you want to Google and or answer more in detail, you can. But let's see what's happening here.
セニカとは誰でしょう。何か私に用ですか？
So this is Serenica, but it seems like she forgot that she is Serenica. So who is Serenica? Do you have some business with me? Yeah, Kelly and Kanji, that could be an idea. You can see some different contexts. Ohio, good morning.
邪神が目覚めてしまったの。世界を救うために力を貸して。
So the evil god awakened. So in order to save the world, please help us. This is a good sentence here, because this is kind of all what we're doing here. So sekai o suku, to save the world. And then tame means in order to save the world, in order to do something. So sekai o suku tame ni, please help us. Literally here, chikara o kashite, please lend us your power. Save the world?
思い出して、セニカ様。これはセニカ様の笛よ。
Please remember, Serenica. And I know Serenica and Seneca is a bit different. I'm using the English translation, which is very close to the Japanese, which sometimes it's not. So remember, this is your flute. Ah, that flute. That flute, I dimly remember it. This could be a good word to add to our power level. Not sure if we have it yet, but a pretty common word. Let's see what the dictionary says about it. So N1 word, common word. So don't be scared of something's an N1 word. Many of these N1 words are very common. Some more so than others. This one I can tell you quite common. So I have a faint memory of that flute, is what this character is saying here. Or a hazy memory of that flute. Let's add it to our power level. Notice it's only hiragana. And it's usually kana. So that's actually, let's add this with kana. It can be kanji, but let's add it with kana too. To our power level here. Ah, we have added it with the kanji. In that case, Yeah, let's just leave it. Learning the kanji is not bad, but it is usually kana. So a faint memory, looks like we have learned that one. Good, back to the game. Yeah, that's a very good use for immersion kit. Seeing a couple similar words and seeing them in context. So yeah, really good tip. And by the way, good question, asking about those differences. And people have mentioned some good differences already. But yeah, using a tool like this and other similar tools, it can definitely help to just see in context how these words are used differently. You know, in fact, we could do that a little bit. Let's go to our browser cam. Just out of curiosity. Let's first look up the word that came up, I think, in the game. Jikan, we can just put it in Romaji. So it looks like we have 5 words for Jikan, but that's in literature. I bet there's a lot more in anime. In anime, why don't we see the number? It's because I need to widen it, isn't it? Let's see if I widen this. Can I bring that up? Oh, now we can see the number. Okay. So there's 779, a lot of examples. Let's put them in order by sentence length. I like that one so we can see it. So yeah, it's often used just to say a number of hours. 2 hours. And, or you can just say, jikan desu. It's time.
時間です。
Again, similar thing. It looks like it's time. And again, it can be used for periods, 10 periods.
10時間
What else? So 1 more hour.
あと1時間
And yeah, so when it's the hour, it's a bit of a different meaning than time, obviously, but it's often used in that way.
時間通りだ。
This is also a very common construction.
時間通りだ。
Right on time.
時間通りだ。
Jikandori. Ooh, this is a common construction as well. There's no time.
時間がない。
So here you can really see the strength of the immersion kit, just in seeing how a word is used in context. Hugely, hugely useful. With audio, you can make Anki cards too. Ooh, this add thing seems like that's new. You can like add the sentence maybe. So as much as time allows. So anyway, really useful stuff. Let's put them back to like see some longer examples. Again, we see jikan ga nai, don't have time. And now we're talking like about a time to do something. And here we're saying like a time for rest. So it's often used for like combined words, rest period. And now let's just put in toki. So for toki, we have less overall, a little bit less, right? 679. So we'll often see things like kono toki, like a certain time. And that's different than you would be with jikan. It's often used to like connect to verbs. Or like the time you do something. So like the time of our school trip. And again, let's go with the shorter examples. Yeah, you'll often see with like anotoki, that time.
あの時
Or like what kind of time?
どんな時
And you'll notice that the use is quite different, but it's all contextual. It's kind of stuff you get used to. So explaining it all, not so easy, but looking at
こ
it,
んな時にな
very helpful. So a time like this, and we can say like,
今決戦
so now is the time for the decisive battle. The audio got cut off, but kessen no toki, the time for the big battle in Full Metal Alchemist.
こういう時はね。
So in times like this, so like you did with the time with me,
私の時のように
so interesting, this one does not have the English for some reason,
気が向いた時にな。
but it means like the time when you feel like doing something basically. You often also see like anotoki, so like that time back then.
そうだ、あの時。
So if something happens,
何かあった時ね。
so you'll see toki is often added after a verb, after a noun with no, or after an ano. It's often the way you see toki used. Let's get to a bit longer examples. Ooh, check it out. If we die, shinitoki. See, it's often connected to the short form of a verb. So if we die together. So at that time, I swore. This word chikao means to swear. By the way, for the creator of the immersion kit who's here, Chalk, is there any way to like click on something and like go to that word at all? It seems like right now there might not be, but that could be a good functionality. I'm not sure how it would work exactly, but like if some way like words were clickable or something, that could be kind of cool. See, obviously you could copy that and paste it, but just curious if that's something you've thought about at all. And I know like there's tons of stuff on the plate for this site that might be a higher priority, but just curious.
で、その時感じたわ。
So at that time again, I felt it. So here you see how toki's used. Often in everyday speech, it's connected with like that time we did something. Can connect to verbs, can connect to a lot of stuff. That's very useful. Yeah, you can see here the power of immersion kit. Hugely helpful with things like that. Knowing the difference between a couple words, just put them in, see the differences, you get a sense of it. Hugely helpful. Great new website. Please link it in chat, someone if you can, for people that are new to it.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
And yeah, really instructive. Glad. Yeah, the immersion kit is huge, so it was good to check that out. I want to check a couple of the other comments that came up here. Yeah, great use of immersion kit for sure. Yeah, the immersion kit's very cool. And yeah, what website? Hopefully people linked it. Yeah, Chalk says, I was thinking about clicking on a word or phrase. You can look at other words, maybe. Yeah, not sure either, but that could be cool potentially. But it's great as it is now. It's not really a needed or a high priority feature in my opinion. But I think some other dictionaries have that feature, so you can maybe look and see how some of them do it maybe. Good. Glad people liked looking at that, and yeah, check out the immersion kit. Hopefully someone might link it. Yeah, very, very useful website. Thank you, Chalk, for making it. So back to the game, let's see.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising. So, I vaguely remember that flute. I think we were talking about a flute, right? Fue, flute. It shows the large screen format on your own list now. I might make that a default on the search page. Ah, interesting. Hmm.
ですが、私の記憶の中にある笛は、もっと力にあふれていました。
Deska. But the flute in my memory. So we're talking again about this flute. Fue wa. So as for this flute, motto chikara ni afurete ita. So it had more power. The flute of my memory was more powerful.
この笛で奏でる音色は一つ。聖地に伝わる目覚めの調べ。
Ooh, wait. Did just that alone power up our whale? No way. So, the melody you play with this flute is just one. Seichi needs to waru. Yeah, so it's a melody to awaken the power of the Holy Land.
お姉様、もしかして。
Sister, could it be? Let's try it.
時は来たれり。
Ooh, we see another example of Toki, time. So the time has come.
今こそ目覚める時。
We see Toki again. So now is the time to awaken.
大空はお前のもの。
The sky is yours.
舞い上がれ、空高く。
Rise into the sky. Here we go. We can have a leveled up whale now, possibly? Nani? Nani, nani? Eh? What? Glad you liked the immersion kit there. Thanks for linking it. I did talk about wanting to link it before. Ooh, are we powering up the whale? Check it out, the whale. Come on, power up. Ooh, we got some wing armor. Sugoi. Ooh, we got a full tail armor, back armor. Got some shields. Got a helmet. And we got a horn. That's what we need. Now we're ready. Powered up whale. Sugoi. The whale looks happy. Uresou. いいですね。
すごい聖なる苗木で見た時と同じだわ。これが覚醒したケトスちゃんなのね。
This is just like we saw in the vision. It looks like the whale has been awakened to its full
私
power.
はケトス。かつて勇者老主を背に乗せ邪神ニズゼルファと戦いました。
So I am the whale. Before the hero rode on me and we fought the great evil. The whale's talking.
今のはケトスの声。
Okay, so try to translate this. It should be pretty easy. I'm going to take a break right now. So I will say BRB. I will be right back after a break. And then we will ride this whale with a horn. Let's see where we are right now. Yep, let's start our break now. Itakimasu. Yosh. Japanese quest is back. Tadaima. Okay, I see some good translations there. Looks right. Just now, we have the voice of this whale, Keitosu. Right, because this whale talked to us, apparently.
何か話そうとしていますわ。
So, be quiet. It seems like it wants to talk to us.
邪神ニズゼルファ。その強さは想像を絶するでしょう。
So that evil god, Nizuzelfa, its power is beyond the imagination.
バンデルフォンの地下迷宮。老主の仲間。ネルセンが残した試練に挑み、邪神に負けない強さを
of
身に
course.
つけるのです。
Of course. Okay, so, of course, when you need to get stronger, go to an underground maze. So, chi means ground, ka means under, and then meikyu means like a labyrinth or a maze. Chika meikyu. So go there and do the shiden. The trial that's been left by this ancient hero, the Nakama of Roshu. His name is Nerusen. That's probably the warrior, maybe? And then you can gain strength to not lose against the evil god. That sounds good.
我が心、老主と共に。私の力があれば、結界を打ち破ることができるでしょう。
Right, so along with that hero, with my power, Kekkai o Uchiyaburu. You should be able to break through the barrier and face that final boss.
バンデルフォンの地下迷宮か。確かに邪神と戦う前に準備をしておいた方が良いじゃろうな。
So the underground maze underneath Banderufon. I don't remember where that is. Anyway, go there, and yeah, we may need to prepare, get stronger for the final battle.
いきなり仕掛けても勝ち目はないってわけか。仕方ねえ。今は力をつけるとしよう。行こうぜ。
So even if we go try to fight the final boss now, we have no chance to win? Then I guess there's no way around it. Let's get stronger. Oh, nice. Hajimemashite. Good to see you. You saw the Breath of the Wild playthrough from a while ago. Not sure how Twitch works yet, but looking forward to this. Cool. Welcome. Yeah, I think basically it just works that I stream, people watch, and the hope is in the chat we can kind of share stories, share our journeys in Japanese, and join together on this shared Japanese quest. We can talk about Japanese, we can learn some Japanese in context, and really just go on a journey. What's fun about a journey? I don't know, it's kind of intrinsically fun to me. That's the fun of it. It's fun because it's fun, I guess that's what I'm saying. Journeys are fun, so I feel like go on a journey through games, have some fun. By the way, the words down here, I think we probably learned back in the game that you saw words like Shido, castle, Kishi, knight, were definitely from Breath of the Wild. So you can see the history of our journey still here at the bottom. New words, the words down there change every minute. Exactly, Skeleton, thank you again for putting it well. Long story short, fun things are fun. Journeys, Fun journeys are fun. Is that what I'm trying to say? I started a playthrough on this over the weekend. Nice, yeah, it's a good game. Ooh, I'm liking the new whale. Powered up whale, looking good. Hmm? I think that's the name of the hero, right? So time to find this maze, I guess. Ooh, really? Iyo, so finally, Jashin Nizu Zerufa Tono Kesen da na. So now is the time for the final battle with the Dark Lord Nizu Zerufa. Daga, but sono mae ni sekai ju o megutte. So, but before that, travel around the world and get some power to take him on. Sounds good to me. So, Mazuwa. Very useful word here. Mazu, first. So, first of all, what the whale said, let's find this underground maze. You'll probably be marked somewhere, I hope. Bonderufon. Ah. So if you want to go here, you can go to this inn. Let's remember this so we don't get lost forever. Nerusen no Yaruya. So Yaruya's inn. So go there with our teleport. Then you can go there very quickly. Hero of the Sky. Sounds good. Can we bring up our map then? Good, I think it's showing us where to go. Yep, there's the inn. Let's go there. Might as well save for now. I think we have a save somewhere around here. I think they're like in the house though. Just curious, question for chat. Those of you who do Anki, have you done your Anki yet today? Or are you doing it right now? Just curious when people tend to do their Anki early in the day, later in the day, when you first wake up. Random times. IDJ says yes, all done with Anki. Nice. I think we can pray with this individual here. Screer says no, I haven't done it yet. Cool. %60 through it, started it, plenty to go. Interesting. Kinda like that question. Ooh, KJ says, want to become famous? No, I don't. That's the whole reason I don't use my face on here. What are you talking about? Go away. KJ, should we, I do it every morning when the stream starts. Oh, nice, Skeleton. Well done. Should we ban KJ forever for spamming us? Are they a robot anyway? I don't really know. Anyway, let's ban them. How do we ban this person? I'm bad at banning people. 。 Anyone know how you ban people in this day and age? I feel like before I could just click on a name and ban someone, but now I'm not seeing it. It just says add friend or whisper, which I do not want to do. Anyway, fine. You will not be banned. Because it's wasting my time. Yeah, this wanna be famous phrase is ridiculous. It's happened many times. Yeah, I think there's like a command, but whatever. Who cares? Let's save. Like, to be fair, maybe someone watching wants to be famous. If we ban them, they might never be able to be famous. It'd be a tragedy. Alright, so this maze, I think, is down here? Yeah, it must be down here. It's labeled here. This must be a new area. Looking at it ban someone. Huh. Yeah, so that might work. Let's try banning them again, just for future reference. It's a good skill to have, probably. So, want to become famous? Not really. Oh, it says mod. No, I don't want to mod them. Oh, okay, I found the ban thing. Never mind. Ban them. Okay, good. Banned them. I just couldn't find it before. It's a little thing that's underneath this promo code and this other things that are good. I almost modded them by accident. What if I made them into a mod? They've been banned. Everyone on Japanese Quest, we have powered up with the power of banning a robot. How does that feel, that new power? Now we'll never be able to become famous, but I'm okay with that. We don't need fame. All we need is language. Our language can become famous. We don't need to be. Alright, so where are we going now? We're going here. Eh? Who is this giant dragon thing? What in the world? I haven't even seen this guy in the game yet. Seal Soul. Yeah, we need some strength, so let's fight him, why not? We haven't seen him yet. What in the world? Oh, for a moment we all had no action, but now we do. Okay. So... yeah, this first action of Serena, I think we don't need. I want to change off her thing, maybe. Let's see if we can beat this guy with just, like, auto attack. Let's change our stuff. Let's just... everyone can do what they want except main character. Let's see how that works. I can change it around if needed. Alright, we did get a... I kind of want to do the exploit. 2 of our people now have this power, so I wonder if we should try the one exploit to level up some more. I'm not sure how hard this guy attacks, but we could try it. I don't know. No, he's too strong. Let's just kill this guy. But we could keep them pepped up though. That's quite strong.
はあほいさすがじゃ
Yosh, got that. I'm talking about the one where we turn the enemies into metal slimes. The thing is, with our current skills and stuff, it takes a while. But might be good to level up more with that technique. I don't know if it's an exploit, but it's just a weird technique. Yeah, we did it before when we leveled up to defeat Morrigan in this new timeline. We may do it some more because we're only level 50. We want to be like leveled up a lot more than that, probably for the final boss. Yeah, that could be why. Alright, this seems right. I think before this thing was locked. We couldn't go here. Maybe we can now. Yosh. Yeah, this looks new. Eh. Maho Jinwa. So this magical seal, or this magical circle, or whatever you call it. Fushigina Hikari o tataiteru. So this strange light is coming out of this magical emblem. Naka ni ashi o fumi irimasu ka? Would you like to step inside? I think, yeah, we would. Probably will take us to the maze, considering this is called Meikyu Iriguchi, the entrance to the maze. Let's go. Ooh, you know how I love mazes. Makes me think of the labyrinth back in Breath of the Wild. That labyrinth is pretty cool. Oh no, I remember this weird place a little bit. We are in question mark land. Okay. You know you're getting close to the end game when you get to places like this. Strange darkness land. Let's save here. Ooh, you can heal here too. Yeah, this maze may be scary. If you can heal here, probably scary. Yeah, thank you for writing that. To walk into. Sounds good. And by the way, some of those words people can add to our power level list. If you add words to our list, then our power level can go up. Some people use the Rekai-kun tool just like I do to copy all three fields, the definition, the hiragana, and the language, the kanji. Copied on there, power level goes up. If it's green, it's a duplicate, but that review can be good too. By the way, that's linked in the Twitch page where it says level up, I believe. Okay, here we are. So for battle, I'm thinking right now, I think we want Sylvia and Jade to power up so we can do some of this skill more over time. The skill of getting experience is what I mean. Let's give that a shot. Because we must level up more. So we are in a maze now, a maze that is, looks familiar. Anyone remember this maze? What do you do in these mazes? Anyway, everything's question marks now. We have question marks. Ah, nice. Good ad. Magical seal. Magical square. Yeah, that's a good ad. You see it in a lot of games. Yeah, thank you for adding that. Good ad. Power level is now 3188. Let's make our power level go up. Look at the bottom right. Let's go. Power level has gone up. I'll scroll that down in case new words are added. Yeah, anyone remember these mazes? Like, what do you do in this maze? It doesn't look like a maze so much as the level we already did. Kind of strange. There must be some target or something that we need to find. Or do. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's a good word too, actually. It's a pretty common word. Nice side effect of searching it. Yeah, you can add that too, actually. That's a good set. Let's add that to our power level as well, and then I can switch scenes and see it. We got a dragon. Daijobu kana? You're getting chased by a dragon. Good. It's looking good. Let's go back to the dictionary now. So now, check it out. We've powered up doubly because of the power of the dictionary and the power of our party member here. We have Mahojin, a magic square. Maho, of course, means magic. But we also have a common word, Mahobin, which means a thermos. Pretty common word just for a thermos that you put coffee in, or soup in, or something like that. Mahobin. And to be honest, I'm not totally sure on the origin of this word. Why is the word magic used with that? If someone wants to search that out, you can find it. But yeah, these are two good words that are good to learn at the same time. Magic square and thermos, which is just a very practical word, nothing about magic really. But I'm sure there must be some story to it.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising with the power of magic seals, magic squares, and magic, or not so magic, thermoses. Look at the bottom right, power going up now. Thanks for writing that. So now we are down here. What? This is a maze. Because I think we just went here, and now we ended up here. So these green things, could that be... That must be a goal. Let's go to that, whatever these green things are. Perhaps it's like a teleporter even. So weren't those teleporters green before, possibly? Let's check it out. Yep, looks like a teleporter. Or something, let's go there. Q Mellow, new words. New words are great in chat, but new words we want to add to our power level. If possible here, new words from the game mainly. Sometimes if there's a cool word to add that's similar, or from chat we may add it, but generally we add words from the game like this word here. Magic circle, the word you said before, too. Yep, we add new words from the game to the list. And the list is linked on the About page for the Twitch page. So he found out an oldest newspaper article was written, the word Maho Bin. So about 100 years ago, 1907. The article said that in his interview about hunting, a person referred to the high performance and convenience of a thermos, which had just been imported to Japan. Ah, so it was new in Japan at the time, and quoted magic bottle in Aesop's fable. His words were used in the oldest advertisement of the thermos in Japan, decided to be the author of Mahobin. So yeah, thermoses were new in Japan, and it sounds like, long story short, they were so cool, they were like basically a magic bottle. Very cool. Good story, thanks for looking it up. And if you think about it, that would be a good way to advertise a new product. This is a magical bottle. And to be honest, like, if instead of thermos, like in the US or in like the rest of the world, they were called magical bottles, I would be like more into thermoses generally. What do you think? Like, I think I would be more about wanting a thermos nearby if it was a magic bottle. If you think about it, thermoses are kind of amazing. But I didn't really realize that because I didn't have the proper word for thermos for all these years. Oh yeah, thanks for adding that word. By the way, it is easier to add all 3 fields if you use the Rikaikun tool. It does take a little bit of practice, but yeah, if you do that format, that looks really good. You got the hiragana, you've got the word, looks great. Thanks for adding it. Power level now 3190. Power level has gone up. You have now powered us up on Japanese Quest with the power of, oh no, it just went down, not because up to 90. The definition is, oh no, it went away. Anyway, hopefully it'll come back again. I'll keep the power level back at 3190. Oh no. There we go. Yep, you can keep potions in a thermos, in a magic bottle. So Fumi Ideru, we're trying to put in. Yeah, let me show you the process. If it might take altering Rikaikun a bit, but let's look at the word Fumi Ide, right? To walk on, to tread upon, to walk in. I think that was the word. To walk on in. And I think it's okay to add, even though it's not marked common. Just copy here, and you can just do copy it. I just press C to copy that. All 3 fields with Rikaikun, then just paste it in. Pretty easy. Might take a bit of practice with the Rikaikun Chrome plugin, but very useful. New word. Thanks for writing it in chat. It's all good. Hope it's okay. I took the liberty of showing it. Helps other people too if I show how the process kind of works with Rikaikun, because it's very easy if you have Rikaikun. But the problem is, I think the default for Rikaikun, it might like paste in like different stuff, like more stuff. But if you play around with the settings of it, then it can work. Yeah, I love that idea of a magic bottle. Yeah, I recommend it. Worth checking out.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising. But yeah, don't feel like when you add a word here, don't feel like it needs to be perfect. Just putting the word, like, then I can fix it and make it perfect. If just words are added, that's the big thing. So if we see a word in the game, add it. That's the important thing. It doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, it speeds up our journey if it's perfect, but just putting the word, then we can level up. That's the important thing. So we teleported somewhere. We teleported up here. Why did we teleport here? I don't know. This is a maze. Where are we trying to go? You know what? I'm very scary. I can't speak English. I'm very scared to go here. Because I remember in this timeline and the other timeline, there's a dragon here. And this dragon is super strong last time, but this time, like, he may be powered up, because last time he said he was weakened for some reason. Like, now he'll be full strength, and we may be in trouble. Yeah, this is kind of like what I'm all about, is once in a while finding a whimsical or like just strange or different way to study. What do people do? What do you do sometimes? Do you do something especially interesting or whimsical to study? Yeah. things like a song or a poem sometimes, even a certain word, and like seeing how that word was created, a certain website, maybe a certain game. I think all these things can be fun, different ways to study. So I think we came from here, didn't we? Yeah, so that teleports there. What is the reason? So maybe try some more of these question marks, and or maybe possibly get to the library. I don't know. Yeah, I figure I did this maze before, but I really don't remember what's involved with it. Yeah, like Q says down there, whatever motivates you, that's really the way to go. So all these people right now are auto attack. Not bad. Yosh. Let's try this way. If anyone knows the way through this maze, by all means, this is a time when backseat gaming is much appreciated. Oh no. More little friends. Wow, her spell is not bad. I always thought she couldn't do much damage with spells, but apparently I was wrong. Like, the adventure guide does not tell us where to go in this case. Oh no, this is the place where we probably might get destroyed. As I recall, this dragon in this timeline is horrible if this guy's here right now. I'm not sure if he'll be in the maze, but I think he would be in the real world. Please don't kill us, evil dragon. Yeah, he's like in that hole before or something. Good, I think he's not here maybe. In the maze. Yeah, I recommend doing karaoke in Japanese. That can be a really fun way to study and just get used to Japanese, just have fun with it. Like, pick a few, or even just one, go-to karaoke song in Japanese. And, you kind of have to learn every word in it, in a way. Okay, so this brought us to the top. And this, I think, brought us here. And now we lost our mount. Huh. We can sleep here. This is a strange maze, because it doesn't even seem like a maze. Ah, nice. That's the way to do it. Went to 10 a.m. with your friends in Japan, left 4 a.m. Or 10 p.m. rather. Yeah, my tip for learning Japanese, kind of what we're talking about, is... Whoa, that kind of looks good. Mysterious armor? Is that part of this... That must be part of this, maze. What? In the world? Let's check that armor out. It looked quite good. Yeah, the defense is up a lot. Whoa, plus, each time you act, you get 30 hit points? Yes, please. That's good. And you can reforge it to have 120 defense. I think we just found some good armor in this maze. Maybe that's the purpose of the maze, get good stuff. I think that means we can maybe upgrade someone else with their armor. Mirror armor, do we have anything better? The platinum armor that we had. Seems not as good. I think we're okay. And I think Sylvia can't wear heavy armor, is that right? Let's just see. No, we can wear what the hero's wearing, so that's good. Let's do that. Sweet. Yeah, but what I was gonna say about learning Japanese. Now people talk about going down a rabbit hole with the internet. Something that you're interested in, just go down a rabbit hole and like you're doing it for like hours. I recommend going down a rabbit hole, but in Japanese. Like if you're into some anime, some game, whatever you're into. Go down a rabbit hole of videos, Wikipedia, manga, books, music, all that. Go down a deep rabbit hole and learn all the words inside that rabbit hole. That's what I recommend. And to Alex, new party member, Yokoso, Japanese Castaway. To Gio as well, Yokoso, Japanese Castaway, welcome. I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. That is what we do here. So we found one treasure in this maze. Let's find more. Maybe that library is where it's at. Gio says, where have you been all my life? Best content ever. Arigato, glad you like it. For some people, it may, in fact, be the best content ever, or some of the best content ever. But the reason you have not found it, because it's very niche content, and now you are cool enough to find the niche finally. You have found the content. Welcome to the content. You are now a co-creator of the content, because we're all together on this journey, together, leveling up in Japanese, together. So welcome. Yokoso. Japanese Castaway. A big part of what we do, we just kind of relax, enjoy talking about Japanese together. How do you learn? How do I learn as a Japanese teacher? How did I learn? How do people in chat learn? You can ask questions, you can get questions answered, you can see our words at the bottom that we've already learned. We need to ride that guy again. We see Japanese in context in the game, but the main thing, it's called Japanese Quest for a reason. We are on a journey. Everyone who's learning language, in a way, you are on a journey too. Together, we can join together on a journey here. And hopefully learn some Japanese and have some fun while doing it. That's the goal. Hi, Dragon. No way around that battle. Not bad. Yosh.
最高ね
Nicely done. Yosh. Level up. That's what we do. We level up in the game and we level up in real life. In Japanese, sometimes in English for Japanese people here. Sometimes in other ways. Mysterious ways. For example, you learn about magic bottles like we did earlier. The word for thermos in Japanese is magic bottle. Mahobin. Ooh, good question from Onyx. Anyone picking up Skyward Sword next week? Yeah, I wonder, will that game have both languages? Anyone know? Hi, Dragon. Konnichiwa. By the way, I did turn up our battle speed, so it's faster than normal, but just bear with us. Hopefully we can survive here. Can we survive? I hope so.
ありがと
Yosh, there we go.
うそれ
Okay, we want her to stay in pep. So we want to try to pep everyone so we can do this one technique. So let's switch her out for Greg, who's also kind of similar role.
水産
I kind of like seeing them just fight automatically. You can see what skills they think are best. Ooh, nice, nice
見
point.
切れるか神速の剣
Yoshikata. I love that autoplay. The auto fight. We just need Sylvia to get leveled up, and then we can do that technique. I'm thinking that for our purposes, it's too annoying to do both of the techniques, but if we just do the one, it doesn't really waste us any time. We can just turn them into slime when we have 3 people pepped. The hero, Jade, and Sylvia. Then we can just kill metal slimes from time to time and level up. Like, it would be nice maybe to do like the double experience, but really that's not needed. I think we need a mount. It says Japanese only. Oh, really? Is that game Japanese only? What? Nani? What does that mean? Like, they have an English version of the game, don't they? Nani? Oh, we're getting chased by something.
気をつけて
You only have the option to select Japanese with a download version? What? The physical version doesn't have Japanese? The download does? That seems strange. Really. We need already to get to a place where the whole world just has all languages.
ハッスルハッス
We really need
ルそ
that.
れ
Nice heal by
王は
Silva.
我により
That hustle dance is no joke. Not bad by Greg, that new technique. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where we're going. I think up here, maybe. Here we go. No Japanese option according to Nintendo Store. That is bad news. Why would that be? What? Please, let's be the future already where all languages. It's like that thing Sanji wants. All blue. You can find all the fish of the sea in this one all blue sea. That's the Yume, the dream of Sanji in One Piece.
ちょっと
My dream. All language. It's a platform where you have all languages for all games, at least all the ones that are available.
な、負けない
Oftentimes
わよ
Japanese is available, but not
波動は我にあり
available to people in a certain country. I don't know, I was pressing the button. I kept pressing the button thinking I was doing something, but I realized, wait a minute, it's auto, I'm doing nothing right now. I kept pressing A. What kind of armor does this guy have? Can I attack that guy? Nani kore. The US store does look different. Huh? So it maybe there's no Japanese. Hey. More friends.
注意しなさい
This thing we can ride too. I don't think we need.
いや
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. We got the skill. We gotta do it. Alright. This means we need to change everything. We need to change everything now to give orders. Or can you do it to everyone? Let's see. What we're doing now, or trying to do, is turn all these guys into metal slimes. Because now,
や
we
るわ
have
よ
the people for it. The people we need is Sylvia, the hero, and Martina. And who we need too is Kamyu, because he's the metal slime killer with his new skill that he has. So let's go.
いや
Alright, let's do this skill. This, lucky chance. Please be slimes.
行くわよ
If we get a big slime, we'll get massive experience. Let's hope for that.
えい楽しみ
Come on, slimes. Come on, metal. 3 metal. Okay, that's something.
はい
Alright, let's do this. So we have this new skill. This is what we must do. It's super expensive, but we can do at least 2 of them.
こいつは痛えぞ
And that's why it's good. It will crit every time. Alright, here, I think for this character, maybe actually doing speed is what we want. So we can get more moves. Okay, for here, I'm thinking we do sword dams.
は
Couple hits. Not enough. One ran away. Here we go. We can at least get 2 with this amazing skill now.
あとっておきだ
Now we need to fill up Kamyu again.
やったわ
Whoa! Yeah, this is the place for experience. Holy buckets, that's a lot of experience. I think that's a lot. Those are not normal metal slimes. Check it out, 2 levels. That's quite good. Let's keep doing that. And see, if we had done the double experience, that could have been good too. But if, in a way, if we just keep doing that, that might be enough.
絶好調
2 levels. 2 levels.
嬉しいわ。
よっしゃ
1 level. Yeah, if we could get like the even bigger slime, that'd be nice. Much leveled up. Yeah, that was not bad. Let's keep that up. And now, let's go back to... Ah, you can do Zenin. That's really good. Everyone, let's go back to automatic. So Zenin means everyone. Very useful. How did I miss that before? Okay, so now we need Eric's skill back, so we need to get back to that bed. Toshin. So we gotta dash with that Toshin ability. Take him down with your auto attacks, everyone. Buddy. I even put the hero on auto attack, it's just faster. Might as well. Not bad. Ooh, thanks for power up. Ooh, that did some good damage. Good power up. Nice. Nice looking crystal there. There must be more treasures somewhere too. We haven't tried going up here. Let's break it, but we do want to get probably sleep, some rest again. There's our cabin. Good thing there's a cabin in this maze where we can sleep. Please let our vehicle still be here after we sleep. It's my one wish. Hi! Yasumu. Let's take a rest. Yasumu to rest. Some good words at the bottom. Reminds me of that day we learned this strange word. The word for wheelbarrow. Neko Guruma. Imagine a kitty in a wheelbarrow. Our vehicle is still here. Nice. Let's take out Kamyu. He's got Pep. Plus, I don't know if we want to use his Pep, but we don't want to use his mana. We need him for slime killing purposes. Metal slime killing. So we couldn't go here before. Maybe there's a treasure up there. Let's check. The ice is in the way. Yeah, it's a good word. Probably not super useful, but good word all the same. Anything up here? Not so much. Interesting, they talked about numbats on the news? Why would that be? I wonder. Ooh. What? Ooh, not bad.
やるじゃないの。
こんなものかしら。いい感じね。
よし。強くなったね。Yeah, Numbat. Why did that come up?
行きましょう。
Ah, Australian news, okay.
かわせるかしら。
痛い。
切り裂くわよ。ふっ。や
Not bad. Not bad.
見切れるか神速の剣。
熱いわよ。いや。はっ、ありがと
Yosh.
さあ、
These
み
guys are pretty strong, huh?
う。そら。
頼もしいわ。
Yosh.
やったわ。
Let's try this way. Ah, yeah, that's all good. Australian news, I think, is enough context. Well, yeah, Numbat, that's the, like, little creature that we learned about earlier in Japanese Quest, I believe. IDJ, I did not hear about that. What is that? Is that a mudslide in
かわ
Japan?
せるかしら。
I'm not familiar with
Greg?
Akami.
助けない。
Ooh.
今助けるぞ。
Not bad. What was that? No
くら
way.
え。満月の舞。
We've had a death. Anyone have res? I guess probably not in this group.
さあ、行きましょう。
Oops. Yeah, I'll have to read about that. That sounds serious. I haven't watched the Japanese news for a few days because I've been on vacation, but I'll have to watch today. I like to watch Japanese news every day if I have a chance. Hey. You can't go forward with the vehicle? Why? That's weird. Nani? Ah! Go, man. I was freaked out. I did not think that would happen. I didn't think... You can't generally fall off things in this game, so I was kind of surprised there. There's an NHKZ news article covering the events.
せーの。
Good to know. Thanks for the link to Screer.
そら。
You can check it out.
てへい。
Ooh, nice attack. Is that just Dragon Slash? Yeah, immersion with your news is the way to go. Maybe we don't need this guy now, but we can't let our friend go. These guys just keep attacking us. Ooh, Metal Slime. Metal Slime. Let's change our lineup. We need that guy.
任せな。
No! Eh? Nigechatta, he ran away. No
俺たち
good.
の勝ちだ。
That's the problem with metal slimes. They just run.
始めましょう。風のさなきよ。行くわよ。ミラクルムーン。
よし。勝った。Hello. Getting chased.
頑張りましょう。
Nani?
バギクロス。
バイキルト。
That guy's in trouble. Ooh, it's quite strong though.
よさすがですわ。
Yosh, 勝ちましたね。
こんなものかしら。
Level up. Not bad. So I'm thinking I will end the stream here for today. We get a nice view of the library. Next time we'll go out and find out what that library is. And in fact, we're almost about to get attacked, but it seems like that's okay. I think we'll end the stream here, so I will say, Ja! Matane, see you next time. Japanese Quest will continue. Tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. Central Time. So, Ja! Matane, Japanese Quest will continue.